Okay, twin, I think it's finally time for us to talk about this EDP445 documentary, because I'm not gonna lie, this was one of the craziest watches I've had in a very long time. This is the most candid version of EDP I've had to witness, because if you didn't grow up on the internet or you didn't witness EDP when he first got exposed, but for the longest time, he would always deny what he got caught doing. He would always deny the fact that he was a... Well, I mean, he's still denying the fact that he's a... But in this documentary, he is very open with the fact that he is attracted to young girls and girls that are under the age of 18.
Weirdo.
You're attracted to them because your fat ass can't get no grown women. Because look at you. Those the only girls you could finesse into doing something with any type of sexual experience with your fat ass, because you a loser.
But that's not the only thing that I want to talk about in this video, because everybody knew that EDP was a creep and a predator even prior to him getting on camera and admitting it himself. What I also want to talk about is just how incompetent these YouTube predator catchers are, because with a cameo from Kayla Hoskins, she reveals just how evil some of these YouTube predator catchers can be, namely Donut Man Jadeon. But if this tea interests you, twin, you might as well come and tap in. Comment for the algorithm. Alright, twin, so the first thing I want to discuss in this video is just how candid EDP has been with the fact that he is attracted to underage girls. And like I said in the intro, throughout the years, EDP would go on to deny it or talk around it, and that was obviously because he was trying to avoid a conviction, and he was trying to avoid getting into jail. But somehow Mike Klum got him to admit to all of this on camera, and he even would admit to this while talking to Chris Hansen, which is where I want to start at.
Why did you go to that location? What did you think was going to happen?
I showed up to that location that day, trying to, obviously meet up with an underage girl. You know what I mean? And I guess you could say, trying to have, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time, if you watch these catch and pred shows, bro, if you just look at the people that they be like, it's very clear. Like, basically what I'm saying is, you look at a nigga who get caught as a predator, bro, 9 times out of 10, he looked like a predator, bro. He looked like a predator, bro. He looked like a weirdo, goofy, dork, lame, loser-ass dude who can't get no play to save his life. So then guess what? The only thing they can do, instead of losing the weight, instead of improving yourself, instead of getting better at talking to girls, instead of getting more attractive, instead of making more money, instead of doing that, your loser ass say, well, I can't get the grown girls, so I'm going to go talk to the young ones that is easy to manipulate. And you're a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo. You touch a kid, your ass supposed to, nigga, I can't even say what I want to say on this YouTube right now. You touch a kid, your ass supposed to be out of here, gang. I ain't gonna lie. You touch a kid, you supposed to go. That's just how it is, gang.
I guess you can say,
look at
I don't know. I mean, whatever.
You trying to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
For the most part, yep.
And I just want to start by saying I really recommend that you guys watch this documentary for yourself on your own time, because when I first seen this, my mouth was just wide open.
I can't watch
Even
it
in
like
the trailer, I was just really surprised to see that EDP was talking about all of this so casually. Throughout the documentary, EDP just has this very nonchalant attitude towards the fact that he was trying to victimize a child. And keep in mind, bro, part of the reason why he's free is because Alex Rosen botched his catch. So when you hear about all the horrific crimes that he's committed, when you hear about all the things that EDP himself is admitting to, keep Alex Rosen in your mind, because this guy wants to go on social media and moral grandstand people because he is...
If a grown man has these type of... If a grown man's room looks like this, he's suspicious, bro. I'm sorry. And you know, like I got some shit in my room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can put my green screen down and show y'all. Like, I got my jersey. Shout out to, I got Curry jersey, Melo jersey, Iverson jersey, D-Rose jersey, okay? I got a bear brick at the bottom. I got myself in the corner over there. Y'all probably can't see. Look. Y'all see myself? That's cartoon me in the corner. But anytime you see like full grown men with like Rick and Morty posters and you know what I'm saying, weird shit like that, it's like, What's
This
going
guy
on
wants to
here? You
go
know,
on social media and moral grandstand people because he is protecting the kids. Yes, he does good work now, but this is one of the most monumental failures in his career. And in my personal opinion, it is a blight on the careers and the credibility of YouTube predator catchers.
right?
People have a tendency of doing this, I feel like, because they enjoy the innocence and having control of somebody. You know?
Sounds like that's what you want.
That's what you wanted to do.
Right.
Nobody your age you could have hung out with.
Nope, they don't want his fat ass. He's 700 pounds, bro. He can't even walk from up here to down across the hall.
No women your age.
Look at him. He look like a dork, a loser.
Pick on a 13-year-old girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Have you ever needed your paycheck to just come a little early? Like, yeah, you get paid on Friday, but it's Tuesday and you need the money now. There's a banking app called Current, and they got a whole bunch of super useful features on this app. And one of the best features is it lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. With Current, you get a full list of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, the bill card, and more. Now, Paycheck Advance is my favorite, but if you focused on building credit, or if you just want a smoother way to manage your money, it handles everything in one app. And I know how I feel for your paycheck to be coming Friday, but you need your money Monday, and it's an emergency, and you need that money now, and you can't get that money now because you gotta wait, but you can't wait. And that's why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving $75 to anybody who signs up for the Current app using the link that's in my description or scanning the QR code that's on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign up page where you can create your account. Just go through the normal sign up steps, enter your information, and order your Current card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option that pops up to enter my promo code. And that promo code is going to access your $75 when you switch your direct deposit. Make sure you go through the full sign up process so you do not miss out on the $75. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful or even just tight sometimes, it's definitely worth just checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Helping people just like you stay more on top of your finances.
Despite this stuff being very, very nasty, it is very interesting to hear how EDP's mind works because he is saying that it's about control and dominance. And in this documentary, EDP talks a lot about how he wants to basically take a girl's innocence away. He wants to sleep their innocence away, but replace the word sleep with the F word. But I think it's just very telling and very revealing about the headspace EDP was in when he first got exposed for meeting up, or at least attempting to meet up with that girl, Sophia. EDP probably felt like he lacked a lot of control in his life, and to circumvent this, he sought out a child.
And this is why all this soft ass pandering weirdo, allowing men to do whatever, be emotional, and yeah, it's going to be okay. All this shit that y'all do in society that make men super soft, this is the result of that shit, bro.
Someone who he could control, someone who he could dominate, and that's what led him ultimately to being caught in a sting operation.
You're so hot and cute and even had me off. Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
Lord,
you sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right, I know.
This is a
It's
weird
illegal.
sicko.
Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Well, you could look at it two ways. Maybe prison is where you belong because of this.
Absolutely.
If it was where I belong, I'd be in shackles right now. So
and this is what I mean when I say this is a very candid version.
Boy, this man
of
is
EDP.
crazy as hell.
He is literally bluntly admitting that he was masturbating while talking to who he presumed was a child. I just find it so mind-boggling how he's able to talk about this so casually and how he's making such light out of this situation.
But this is what happens when, again, when I tell, this is what happens when they tell, when people get on it, I love everyone, and just be yourself. And sometimes people are weird, sicko, freak, weird, creepy ass dudes. You don't need to be yourself. You need to change who the fuck you are. But everything is accepted nowadays. Oh, it's okay. And this type of shit makes weirdos feel like they're empowered. It's probably a community of people. They're not going to say it in the comment section under their real account, but they DMing him and they feel a certain way. It's groups of people who like, oh, wow, I'm so happy that I feel like this too. And it's a lot of people saying shit like that, bro. Oh, I thought it was just me. This is the world that's been created, bro. The fact that he even has the balls to openly say this on an interview is insane.
Especially that comment about how if he was meant to be in prison, he would be in shackles right now.
Right.
And here's the thing, bro. Obviously, EDP
How did he
deserves
mess
to
up
be
the
in prison,
case?
but the reason he isn't is because of dudes like Alex Rosen. And because he botched the predator catch so badly, now EDP can be smug about the fact that he's a free man, despite the fact that he was and still is attracted to underage girls.
Right.
But let's allow Alex Rosen to give an explanation.
See, this, and last thing I'm gonna say, this is what I always also feel about America. I feel like if a man is open enough to say that, lock his ass up for 5-10 years just because he said it. If he say it, lock him up. That's how I feel the shit should be. I don't feel like you should be able to get on the internet and say shit like this and you know what I'm saying, just not. I don't.
What accountability can you take in the fact that EDP is free today?
Well, yeah. I mean, I myself could have done a better job of saying,
Who is ED? Is that his name?
Instead of trying to just like, stand my ground, be bullish, standoffish, infinitely more stuff that I could have done to try to make him, to at least put in more effort into hoping that he gets arrested. But, I can confidently say that predator poachers have been responsible for getting like infinitely sicker people in EDP off the streets, and EDP played a part in teaching us that lesson on how to do that.
My thoughts on Alex Rosen is I feel like he's a piece of shit.
So I ended that clip on EDP saying that Alex Rosen is a piece of shit because in that one particular instance.
So is this dude used to be a YouTuber from my understanding? So his YouTuber. He has sports commentary vlogs and cooking videos, and then he got caught being a weirdo.
EDP is correct. Now, he's not correct for the reasoning that he gives because he tries to basically turn it into a pity party about how Alex Rosen ruined his life, but we all know that EDP ruined his own life. We need to be honest about Alex Rosen. Alex Rosen botching the EDP catch was one of the most historic failures I've ever seen.
I wonder how he botched
why he's
it, though.
a piece of shit. Because if y'all remember, he was advertising this thing for a very long time. He didn't immediately drop the video, and then when he finally dropped it, nothing ever happened to EDP. So while yes, he may have improved since this catch, this is still a blight on his career and his legacy because we're in a future where EDP is just casually admitting to all the crimes that he's committed. And that's partly because Alex Rosen didn't lock in and get him arrested when he had the opportunity.
I do not have a sexual attraction to 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Now, mind you, motherfucker, if you 16 or 17, nigga, and you got your titties bulging out, a motherfucker might actually whack off to your pictures a few times.
And this is the last clip I'm going to show you guys when it comes to EDP just being very casual about his attraction to underage girls, because I really don't want to show you guys this in my video all that much. I guess more than I already have, because frankly it is disgusting. And at this point we already know that EDP is a predator, but I also want to give you guys a demo so you know what to expect when you go into watching this documentary. It is very graphic, it is very disgusting, and you are going to be seeing a facet of EDP's dark and twisted mind. But I think you'll also be feeling more enraged by these vigilante predator catchers, because this is the dark side of predator catching. When these guys aren't arrested, when they aren't convicted, you have monsters roaming amongst us in society. You have monsters who are able to gleefully and casually admit that they would victimize young girls. But I think it's time we talk about Kayla Hoskins.
If it was legal, would you have had sex with Kayla Hoskins?
If it was legal, I would have turned that ass out. I would have ate her ass out, my man. Ate a funnel cake about her. You know what I mean?
That is the man who Jadion intentionally invited to his Discord server. And he is also the man who Jadion allegedly encouraged Kayla Hoskins to continue talking to, just so he could get a video, just so he could get content.
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant.
She
I first
15 right
replied
now?
to EDP because I always reply to anyone who messages me, and I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he told me he was suicidal, and sooner rather than later he started sending very flirtatious messages. While later, Jadion added EDP into his Discord filled with kids for a Q&A.
I'm showing this clip first because this contradicts the story that
y'all niggas is, all y'all. I'm not even surprised. Gideon a weirdo too. He looked like a weirdo too, gang. Gang. Like when I look at a nigga, bro, I even if it's not true, I look at you and you look like these nigga. You look like a weirdo, bro. Look what I'm saying, gang. He don't look like he a weirdo to you. Folks look like we always look weird as hell. It be kind of, his videos be kind of funny sometimes. He don't look like a weirdo to you, bro. He don't look like no weirdo to you, gang. Come on, bro. Let's just keep it a bean. If I told you this nigga was a weirdo, does it, like, come on, bro. A lot of this he do is weird as hell. What we talking about? This dude EDP look like a weirdo. EDP445 is short for eat that pussy. That's your YouTube name? You a fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, the problem be that these weirdos, y'all let niggas be weirdos and don't call them weirdos, and y'all still kicking with them, and all this gets swept up under the rug because niggas be having clout and they give motherfuckers views. I wouldn't even stand up. I wouldn't even, if I seen that nigga walking down the street, I'm crossing the street. Not because I'm scared, because you a weirdo. I don't even want to breathe the same air you breathing, nigga.
Dion and his manager have been saying. They've made the claim that Kayla reached out to EDP first to be a decoy. But this is Kayla bluntly telling us that EDP reached out to her first and she replied. And if you've been keeping up with Kayla, you would know that this has been her story the entire time. And in my personal opinion, the fact that Jadion and his manager have been trying to change the story into her reaching out first, that screams a cover-up. Allegedly, of course. I think this is a cover-up because it just makes Jadion look bad. Not only did he invite EDP to his Discord that is full of minors, but EDP also found a girl to victimize within Jadion's Discord, and the only reason that he would do this is because Jadion invited him in the first place.
Right.
But if Jadion and his manager,
so he found her. So he found her through the Discord. Lord,
story to be that Kayla hit him up first, then they have less accountability that they have to take. They can paint Kayla as an immature kid who just wanted clout. Skeeter Jean literally does that in this documentary, which is something these big YouTubers try to do whenever you push back against them or criticize them. They say you're clout chasing, or you're just trying to profit, or you're trying to gain something from calling them out. It's always the same MO. But let's continue.
In what way were you his puppet?
I feel like I was his puppet because I was just like kind of doing the things he demanded me to do. I feel like I am a victim of Jadion. Is she 15
right now with all that makeup on? I don't know. If I had daughters, bro, my daughters ain't getting on social media. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. My daughters can't get on social media till they 18, 17, 18. That just gonna have to be is what it is. I'm cool on the game. Maybe 16, I do it at the most, you know what I'm saying? After I've taught them, you know, about the world very intensely and very, like, you know what I'm saying? But hell,
he encouraged me to keep talking to him while.
I'm pretty sure Kayla was 15 years old when all of this was happening.
Oh, she was
now
15
that she is 18 years old, she is telling us in this documentary she feels like she was a victim of Jadion because he encouraged her to talk to EDP445.
Right.
And if you watch this documentary,
why is Jadion even talking to a 15-year-old girl in his fucking Discord? Why is he even talking? Why are you even communicating with a girl who's 15 years old, gang? What the fuck does a grown man have to... if that's your fan, cool. Hey, I love your videos. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That's it. I don't want to know where you go to school at, where you from, what your name is, how you doing. I don't want to know nothing. You 15. I don't even want to talk... like, you feel me? Now, when younger boys DM me and they ask for life advice and they ask for, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm trying to get a job, or what should I do for YouTube? I'll answer those questions. But as far as having a full-blown conversation with anybody, male or female, who's 15, I'm 27 going on 28-year-old grown-ass fucking man. What do I need to have that conversation for with a 15-year-old for?
Just how deranged he is, and that really puts into perspective just how immature and just how irresponsible it was for Jadion to encourage this young lady to talk to a predator. And Jadion had a lot of influence. He still has a lot of influence, so for him to be using his influence in this way is just really concerning. And it's really concerning because these are the same exact criticisms that people have had for this guy for all this time. And with this new documentary, now we can see see that all of these criticisms that he ignored led to him encouraging, allegedly, a 15-year-old to continue talking to EDP445. But let me show y'all this last part that I think is just honestly really insane.
So I'd like to let the viewers know that I don't know what they're gonna say, but don't believe it. Because I have proof. I'm just too scared to show the proof because Jadion has a big audience and I don't want them to attack me.
Now, before I finish this clip up, I actually had to step in and give my 2 cents here because I can tell you guys firsthand, this is exactly what Jadion's audience will do. All of you guys, as my subscribers, know that when I critiqued Jadion, immediately I was called a predator by his fans, and Jadion weaponized his fan base to silence me. And I also want to say that in a now deleted stream by Jadion, he reacted to the video that Kayla Hoskins made on him, and he did this on stream. And after reacting to this video on stream, his fans went to harass her in the comment section. And right now on screen, I have a little screenshot as proof, but I really implore you to just go to her video yourself, find the comments from 1 month ago.
This is the same thing that Jeffrey Epstein fans did, R. Kelly fans, P. Diddy fans, the same thing they do. Don't make it right.
And you can see how they're all calling her a liar, and the reason they're calling her a liar is because Jadion brought them to the video after he reacted to it on stream. And so I'm just gonna ask you as the audience a question. Do you genuinely believe that Kayla Hoskins would lie on Jadion? Do you think that she would go out of her way to tell a tall tale? All that she would be met with is harassment from his childlike audience. And the reason I'm asking this is because in this next part of the clip, you're gonna see Skeeter Jean talk about how I think she was just trying to get a little bit of clout or whatever he's gonna say. But let's just
Who is
get
Skeeter
there.
Jean?
Maybe she's sort of using the whole situation as leverage to boost her music career and such. So, you know, again, while she's technically, she's a victim, I think she's kind of using the whole situation as leverage to gain followers a little bit.
Before I talk about her laundry list of claims, let's just get something out the way. This goon Skeeter Jean is talking about her using this for her music career and her using this to leverage followers or whatever. But here's the thing. I didn't even know that Kayla was making music prior to Skeeter Jean saying this. So here's another thing. There is no benefit to critiquing or calling out predator catchers on YouTube because all you will be met with is predator allegations. The only reason you will be calling these guys out is if you have a good enough reason. When I was beefing with Jadion before the internet turned on him, I was met with being called a predator. When I initially critiqued Jadion when I was 17 and still a minor, I was getting harassed. I didn't even gain anything other than like a couple $100s from the hour-long response video I made. So I say it to say, long term, I really didn't benefit from beefing with Jadion when I was 17. And the second time, even though I got a lot of eyes on my videos, I was just being called a predator, and I was being called a lot of names, and I was being harassed up until the internet turned on him. The benefits do not outweigh the cons of critiquing a YouTube vigilante predator catcher. Prior to the internet turning on Jadion,
regardless of what she's talking about, bro, I don't give a fuck if she's lying or not. If she's telling the truth, it makes it, is it believable to me? Yeah, in my opinion. Is she telling the truth? I don't know. There's no way for me to know if somebody's lying or not. What I can tell you is, he didn't deny the fact that he invited this open predator to his Discord chat with a bunch of children. Why the fuck do you even why are you even in a Discord chat with a bunch of kids as a grown-ass man? I don't care if the kids watch you or not, bro. Why are you in here with these damn kids? Talking to them and shit. And then you invite an open, known predator to the group chat with the kids in it. Am I tripping? Why are you in a group chat with a bunch of kids, bro? I don't give no fuck that they your fans and they watch you. You in a group chat talking and communicating with children all the time, children that you don't know, children that's not your cousin and your... That's weird, gang. That's weird. Even the shit that happened at the McDonald's the last time where he sent the kid in McDonald's. That's weird, bro. That's weird. It's somebody's child. You're a weirdo. Sorry to tell you. Maybe you don't look at yourself like that, but you're a weirdo. Inviting a predator who's openly a predator and has been proven to like and talk and be a PDF file, and you invite him to your group chat with children in it? What the fuck? What am I supposed to think about that, bro? Tell me. Somebody tell me, what am I supposed to think about it?
If you critique this guy, he would go on stream, highlight your channel, and then galvanize his audience to harass you into oblivion. What do you gain as a smaller creator going up against that? Once again, just using myself as an example, before the internet turned on Jadeon, yes, I was getting some views, but most of those people were hating on me. And at the end of the day, we are human. Having an armada of children calling you a predator does not feel nice. And in Kayla's case, she did not benefit from that long term. The video only has 10,000 views as of me recording this, and part of that reason is because Jadeon showcased her video to his audience in order to weaponize them. The reason I feel so strongly about this is because big creators always weaponize the clout chasing card as a shield against any and all criticism, and I'm just really tired of hearing it because it's so disingenuous. They never engage with the contents of what you're saying, they just blindly label you as a clout chaser, and Jadeon tried to do this to me when we were beefing. So in a way, I do feel like a kindred spirit to Kayla because he did the same exact thing to her. He showed her video on his stream, galvanized his fans, and then had them harass her into oblivion. That guy is evil, no cap. And as for some of these claims, Jadeon is a scam artist, factual. Jadeon is being controlled by the Illuminati, potentially. Jadeon is friends with multiple. That one, I don't know about. If y'all know about that, let me know. But that is a pretty big claim to be made by Kayla. But who knows, maybe in the future, I'll have some information on that. Stay tuned. But let's watch this final part that I want to show you. And it's Kayla basically addressing the whole opportunist narrative.
Personally, am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not harming anybody. And I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are gonna think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for them. But this entire situation was not that at all.
And low-key, I don't think there's anything wrong with what she's saying. All she's saying is that as a young person, you gotta go and get your opportunities, you gotta make your opportunities. But in this particular circumstance, this was not her trying to make an opportunity. And I think she had to clarify this because, once again, these big creators love using—
I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. I don't think the average 15-year-old is intelligent enough to be like, I'm gonna lie on this grown man in this Discord, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna act like this so that I can increase my singing career. Like, no. It would be a way stupider reason. You know what I'm saying? I just want attention. That's usually what a dumb young girl would say or think. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
The whole you're clout chasing as like buzzword soup. It's their go-to excuse when it comes to defending themselves against criticism. Jadeon tried to use it against me. Skeeter Jean tried to use it against her. I see why she had to explicitly state this. And I really implore you guys to not just take their words at face value. These creators are not the best people. Not all of them anyways. Some of them, okay, they're pretty cool. But in terms of these vigilante predator catchers, they're doing it for the money, which wouldn't be an entirely bad thing if they at least took their work seriously. As you guys have seen in the past year, it's clear to them that this is just spectacle. And the thing with spectacle is that they have to make it even bigger.
And that's what I was gonna say too. Like, don't get me wrong. Are some these pred catchers or whatever, are some of them doing it as a I guess a good deed in some cases? Yeah. In most cases though, this is just something crazy for people to watch that they can get paid off of, gang. These motherfuckers don't care about catching no predators. These niggas don't care about protecting these kids. These niggas don't care about doing nothing. These niggas ain't going to no they ain't being political. They not going to political events and trying to use their influence to change laws and this, that, the third, and have more protection for children, and have they not using their money to build you know, shelters or homes for kids who've been abused, or they're not trying to pay for kids therapy sessions who got abused or been taken advantage of. They're not trying to, you know, they're not going around calling people jobs and being like, hey, we saw this, and they not really doing that shit, gang. This shit is a TV show to them. Niggas see this, it's trending, it's crazy, you know people gonna click on it, and you just selling it all the way through, gang. Niggas don't be like, and like you said, whatever, bro. If that's what you want to do, I understand everybody got a job, but to get on here and act like, yeah, I'm doing this good deed because Cut it the fuck out, bro. Cut it the fuck. How you doing a good deed and you inviting your whole job is catching predators, but you invite a known predator to your group chat full of kids to do a Q&A.
Because that's how you get the most views. But with all of that being said, this documentary was indeed a crazy watch. I thought it was a good watch as well, and I really do implore you guys to just watch it for yourselves. Take some time, sit down, and really just watch it so you can see just how depraved the mind of EDP is. Watch it so you can see the dark side of vigilante predator catching. Watch it so you can see what happens when you botch a predator catch. I want you guys to see the type of monsters that can roam amongst us. But that's really all I had to say though. So subscribe for more unsolicited.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Bro's a weirdo. I don't know what's going on.